This is Kathy Beal of EmpowermentUnlimited.net with Astro-Insight for the July 2020 Cancer New Moon. The new moon takes place on July 20th, 2020 at 10:32 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 1:32 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 5:32 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, at 28 degrees Cancer, 26 minutes. How are you coming with nurturing yourself? July's new moon drives home the importance of that question and locks it into place. This is the second new moon we've had this year in Cancer. It's the moon's natural home and the sign of sensitive, protective, emotion, and sustenance. Directing that toward home and loved ones is an organic way of being, but the past 2 years have shifted focus to the self. The shift came from the North Node's transit through Cancer, which made taking care of yourself first an imperative. As if providing incentive to heed that call, eclipses in Cancer and Capricorn since summer 2018 have upset and reset notions of safety, security, family, and foundations. Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto digging through Capricorn have added to this as well. The turbulence that set off has challenged us to find new ways of steadying our footing. Since everyone and everything has been in an uproar, the one sure approach has been taking care of ourselves. Sounds like a loop, but the theme has been pervasive and insistent of late. How have you been responding? How are you treating yourself with more kindness, gentleness, care? Little ways count. Little ways may be the most important, actually. How are you taking care of your body, your inner child? What role does food play for you now as opposed to 2 years ago or more? What are your family dynamics like now as opposed to 2 years ago or more? How are you safeguarding your emotions, your sanity, your sense of safety? What more has occurred to you lately? This new moon is pushing the self-care imperative and us forward. This is the first lunation after the eclipse gauntlet, June's Sagittarius full moon and Cancer new moon at the very beginning of the sign, and July's Capricorn full moon. It's also the first lunation since the end of the Cancer-Capricorn eclipses. The upshot? This new moon is balling up energy that has come before and taking it along as we emerge from both the recent eclipse gauntlet and the Cancer-Capricorn eclipse family as well. We're moving into the next big phase, and yet the cosmic underscoring continues. June's Cancer new moon at the solstice was in the first, rawest, least refined expression of the sign, with the catapulting power-up of a solar eclipse behind it. July's is at the end of the sign, at the last degree if you round it up, in the fullest, most extreme expression of the sign. Emotional expression, nurturing, sustenance, sensitivity, all are at the max. And all are staring down massive, pervasive, systemic change. The Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto cluster in Capricorn is counterbalancing the new moon. All of the heightened, sensitized emotions exist in the environment of amplifying change and repair and rebuilding. That ongoing, seemingly endless transformation is adding to the new moon's extremes. It's also providing a grounding force for them. That comes from an exact opposition from the new moon to Saturn, planet of rules, karma, order, consequences, and just plain adulting. Saturn's presence complicates and regulates the process of this new moon. Nothing can happen quickly with Saturn in the mix. The tension of the opposition works as a slow-acting release valve on emotional nurturing impulses, which may emerge over a long, protracted period instead of vanishing in a few bursts. This could go on far longer than the usual moon cycle. It could go on until almost the end of the year. Since retrograde Jupiter and Pluto are near to Saturn, it could be possible to harness this new moon's energies until Jupiter and Pluto make their final conjunction in November. Since Saturn is exactly opposite the moon, it might be possible to harness her energies until Saturn finishes his cleanup tour of Capricorn in mid-December. Set your intentions with the long haul in mind. Commit to them, Saturn loves commitment, and give permission for a slow rollout. What's your upgraded vision of home, nurturing, family? What emotional seeds are you planting and watering? How can you put your own needs first and keep them there? The approach is the way of the future. Paradoxically, stretching beyond your comfort zone may be required to achieve comfort, on a lasting basis at least. It's awkward. It can grate and irritate. With the moon in a growth aspect to the North Node, though, weathering the irritation is part of the process and part of delivering us to where we want to go. Don't hesitate to ask for help. It may not come directly through your fellow humans who are caught up in their own process of finding stability within themselves. With Jupiter traveling in a sextile to Neptune, a higher source is available, whether coming through dreams or inspiration or guidance, or an earthly instrument, knowing or not. You can learn more about the growth process coming in the last 5 months of the year in my talk, Action Figures, on July 26th, looking at the charts of a prominent Aries and a prominent Capricorn to illustrate the catalyzing energies that are coming for all of us. I'm Kathy Beal, a professional astrologer with more than 30 years' experience. Visit my site, empowermentunlimited.net, to sign up for my mailing list, listen to my weekly podcasts, and book a session with me. You'll find me on Facebook at Empowerment Unlimited in the group The Astro-Insight Lounge. There's lots of bonus content for you at patreon.com/Kathy Beal. I post what I feel like on Instagram at @KABeal, and you'll find me on YouTube at The Professional Aquarian Channel.